Now the process is getting some holes dug for the vertical columns, for the jack posts and the double king posts. And we found a huge boulder 2.5 feet down. So he's a big one. So we've been hand digging Well, in order to align the original gate posts and prepare them for the main jack posts, I had to do a little come along winching and pull it up square. Not that it was that far off. Well, here we are. We've got a very rough template of the jack post, the 2 king posts to go on each side, giving me an idea of how big the hole is. The jack post has some concrete from the original gate. It kind of compromises it at the moment. And there is more digging to do to get that ready. The other side, as in a previous video, there was a major boulder down in there. This one has the template of 5 posts. And yes, that boulder compromises right in there with a good 4 or 5 inches. Have to get a jackhammer and just start breaking it up. We broke up one already off to the inside. So that guy's out of the way. Now, the other side has to get done. This last post should be clear to go all the way 6 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet down.
Distance from the hydro line needs to be 3 meters, which is 9 feet 9 inches. At this point, the post would be at 10 foot 1. So we've got some clearance on that.
Each one of these is not a lot. why I think the little garden spade and the bucket moves more. Rebar reinforcing frame. Now that the holes have been dug to get our posts in, as mentioned before, there's a jack post, 2 king posts, 1 on each side, and then supporting posts on the sides of the kings. Shall we call them queen posts? Invent a new terminology. Anyway, that's the hole they're going into. And now just add some concrete. And we'll have a good strong base that the posts can set on. Okay, we've got some rocks underneath here. Give me some room. 3 inches of concrete. Rocks down here under this end. Later, we'll have some rebar going through here, also up about this level. You know, I do have a cement mixer, a concrete mixer, but yeah, I like to take good care of my equipment, so it means clean it up real nice, wash it out. So if you're only doing a bag or two, the tendency is to go with the wheelbarrow. I don't know where the break-even point is. It's worth all the cleanup if you're doing 5 bags of pre-mix. 6 bags? Maybe only 4. But I do get to this point. Maybe when you're on the 3rd bag, you start to think, maybe 3 bags and it's worth the cleanup. The winches are bolted into place. One on the right tower and cross braced. One on the left tower. Both towers have 4 guide wires attached to their tops. And that should keep the towers from moving since they are taller than they are broad. Now we are aligning jack post with the king post. Suspended on one that goes down to the winch, and the other one is on a hand come along. Pull it up and bring it over a bit. Plus, down at the bottom, a cant hook is gripping the pole and using a green ratchet strap, pulling it around clockwise so that we can align the ready rods, threaded rod, and this alignment rod through and into the other post. Base of the poles are all tarred up, and then so I can work down here doing concrete and rebar and not have to rub my shoulder against tar. They're getting just wrapped in plastic lumber tarps And that will suffice to keep me clean. And it'll swing over into here and be on a little cement block, brick. And when the concrete goes down the sides, poke and puncture it all around a bit so that it slides in underneath. And we'll have a super strong king post going all the way up